Hi everyone, my name is Natalie Landsberg and I'm going to be showing off how we deployed iTrust and Checkbox to a production environment in AWS. Our Jenkins server is also hosted on AWS. Both of these instances already have their databases set up, Mongo and MySQL from the previous Milestone. What we did to set Checkbox and iTrust up on the production environments was add two variables to our inventory file, one for the Checkbox server and one for iTrust, using their corresponding IP addresses. You can also use the DNS name. And then we also have our private key file, which is copied onto the Ansible server. We use the same one just for ease, but in a real environment, you would probably want to use different ones. So for each of these playbooks, they do only the host that corresponds to them. So each instance is named appropriately, use credentials as needed. They clone our own repos with the projects, and then for each of them, it does the necessary installations or setup. For Checkbox, it's very simple. There's only 3 tasks. It clones the repos, changes into it to install the necessary node packages, and then starts the server. So we can go ahead and run that one actually. So right now, it can't reach the site, which is where the Checkbox server is hosted. So it does look a little funky because of the squashed screen, but there it is. The iTrust one definitely takes a little bit longer because it has to install Maven, get the Java, and then do some of the developer setup for iTrust, such as changing the email properties file and then running Hibernate Data Generator. But you can see in the playbook here, there's a bunch of steps all for that. And then if we go ahead and run that, so the iTrust playbook takes too long to include in this demo, but I've gone ahead and run it already so you can see the results. It has to install the necessary components and then do the developer options. So if we go here, which it does take a little bit to load, I've let it sit for a few minutes. Should have, in theory, loaded the database, and then it'll be available. And then we can log in as one of our sample users, such as an admin. We can log out, log in as an HCP, etc. So this playbook does have a few more steps, but at the very end, it does have a similar task to Checkbox where it does an asynchronous shell command to have it run in the background for about a month. I'm going to hand it over to Meg now for monitoring.
On the monitoring part of our pipeline, I'm going to run this short playbook, which copies over our monitoring app and runs it. So it'll start up a server on port 3000 and then emit a heartbeat every 5 seconds. And we will see our page over here to the left get refreshed with CPU and memory usage on our Jenkins server. And then we have these 3 nodes, which are the Jenkins server, our Checkbox server, and iTrust server. And each of these are on their own AWS instance. So we see it got refreshed, and we'll wait for the nodes. Alright, so that's the demo.
So for our feature flags and the Kubernetes cluster, we currently don't have those right now, but we are planning to finish those over this weekend. Thank you.